Good morning, School of Light. We are in the book of Numbers. I'm Seferino Beta, if you don't know who I am, and I'm with a nonprofit organization company by the name of School of Light. We teach Bible study through correspondence through the mail system. And the way it works is like this: is if you want a Bible study that's already has a system and doctrinally sound, request it from us. We'll send it to you. It's a prepaid envelope. You finish your study, you fill out the answers, you put the answers back in, it comes to us. Our people in Clarksville, Tennessee will receive it, make a file for you if you're new. If not, they'll grade it, add it to your file, and after you complete a series, you receive a certificate of completion. Enough certificate of completions, and you can use it toward college credit if that's what you're geared for. Now let's hop right to it. Chapter 3, Levites, in the book of Numbers. This is the account of the family of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord talked with Moses on Mount Sinai. The names of the sons of Aaron were Nadab, the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Those were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests who were ordained to serve as priests. Nadab and Abihu, however, fell dead before the Lord when they made an offering, unauthorized fire, before him in the desert of Sinai. They had no sons, so only Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their father Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, "Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and for the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, fulfilling the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his son. They are the Levites who are to be given wholly to him. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary must be put to death." The Lord also said to Moses, "I have taken the Levites from among the Israelites in place of the man or animal. They are to be mine. I am the Lord." The Lord said to Moses in the desert of Sinai, "Count the Levites by their families and clans. Count every male a month old or more." So Moses counted them as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. These were the names of the sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, Merari. These are the names of the Gershonite clans: Libni and Shimei. The Kohathite clans. Hey, we caught it. That's right. We ain't gonna let no phones stop us from reading God's word. All right. Aram, Ethar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The Merite clans, Mali and Mushi. These are the Levite clans according to their kind. To Gershon belong the clans of the Libnites and Shimeites. These were the Gershonite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more who were counted was 7,500. The Gershonite clans were to camp on the west behind the tabernacle. The leader of the family of Gershonite was Eliasaph, son of Eliel. At the tent of meeting, the Gershonites were responsible for the care of the tabernacle and its coverings, the curtain at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, the curtain at the entrance of the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, and the ropes and everything related to their use. To Kohath belonged the clans of the I can hear people shooting at the river. Amramites, Issacharites, Hebronites, and Uzzielites. These were the Kohathite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more was 8,600. The Kohathites were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. The Kohathite clans were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Kohathite clans was Eliasaphan, son of Uzziel. They were responsible for the care of the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, the articles of the sanctuary used in ministering in the curtain, the curtain, and everything related to their use. The chief leader of the Levites was Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest. He was appointed over those who were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clans of Machalites and the Mushites. These were the Merari clans. The number of all the males a month old or more who were counted was 6,200. The leader of the families of the Merari clans was Zuriel, son of Abichil. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The Merarites were appointed to take care of the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, post base, all its equipment, and everything related to their use, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east of the tabernacle toward the sunrise in front of the tent of meeting. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary on behalf of the Israelites. Anyone else who approached the sanctuary was to be put to death. The total number of the Levites counted at the Lord's command by Moses and Aaron according to their clans, according to every male a month old or more, was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, count all the firstborn Israelite males who are a month old or more, and make a list of their names. Take the Levites from me in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of the firstborn of the livestock of the Israelites. I am the Lord. So Moses counted all the firstborn of the Israelites as the Lord commanded him, and the total number of firstborns a month old or more listed by name was 22,273. The Lord also said to Moses, take the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of the livestock. The Levites are to be mine. I am the Lord, to redeem the 273 firstborn Israelites who exceeded the number of Levites. Collect 5 shekels for each one, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerahs. Give the money for the redemption of the additional Israelites to Aaron and his sons. So Moses collected the redemption money from those who exceeded the number redeemed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the Israelites, he collected silver weighing 1,365 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel. Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. Well, it just kind of, I've seen this. I mean, I know I've seen this, but I'm reading it and kind of seeing it almost for the first time. And the way I kind of see this is that we have the illustration or the story of Exodus. And whenever God told Moses, let my people go, to tell Pharaoh and all that. And then the last plague, and you got to remember, Pharaoh was commanding the women to throw the male children into the rivers and kill them. Or even not even throw them in the river, just kill them. And then throw them in the river for the crocodiles. And so the final plague that broke Pharaoh was the plague of the firstborn. So the firstborn in all of Egypt died, whether it was the firstborn son of Pharaoh or whether it was the firstborn animal. And so the thing I notice here is that God says the firstborn, which was Levi, is mine. Now, it's not always the case of the firstborn. It could be the lastborn or whatever. But the concept is that God has set me apart, set you apart. You know, we're not, as far as I can tell in the Bible, we're not really. Well, we are taught to be free in Him. You know, to be seeking Him, not to go to a priest and you know, it's like if you're eating, you eat every day, right? Well, imagine if you ate on just special occasions, you wouldn't survive. Same thing with this word, and that is probably the first time I really noticed in chapter 3 that it talks about the firstborn, and more so who this firstborn of these people would be people that serve the Lord. Holy. These are like folks who are just minister, you know, preachers or teachers of God's word. And so I'm going to cut that short. Chapter 3. I'm going to go to chapter 4, and I'm going to get me some coffee because I haven't had no coffee yet. See if they're cooking in the background. Well, I'm going to get me some. God bless. Do a quiet time, everybody. You know, what is a quiet time? A quiet time is a time that you get with God alone and you read His word and you pray it. And it teaches you and it shows you how to pray and it shows you like what God's expecting of you. And then you read it and you put it in and you pray it. And God answers prayer. Doesn't answer all prayer. Remember that. The Bible says if you are um, mean to your wife, your prayers will be hindered. If you're not humble, if you don't humble yourself and pray and seek His face, He won't answer you. You can't go and um, what's another one where God would not answer your prayers because you ask amiss. Oh God, give me a Lamborghini so I could get me some nice babes. Well, you ask amiss. Sorry, you have to ask Him according with His will too. So that's a big thing about reading this is that you know what to ask for and you know His Word reflects on who you are in your spirit. And in life, when those situations pop up, you remember and then you apply, and it's a lot wiser than if you went the other way. So God bless. We'll see you guys in chapter 4.